In just a moment, Autolite presents Suspense, starring Margaret O'Brien.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh.
Why, Hap, that's not the way to sing Hurrah for Thanksgiving Day.
What are you telling me, Harlow Wilcox? Why, I've sung that song.
Hap, this is the way it goes today. Over the river and through the woods, and never mind the snow. Grandpa's happy with his jalopy, his battery's never low. Over the river and through the woods, blow high ye winds, blow low. The car's as snappy as Grandma and Pappy, with an Autolite Stay Full, you know.
But, Harlow,
Why,
that's
you
not...
see, Hap, Autolite Stay Full batteries have changed a lot of things today.
Harlow, isn't anything sacred anymore? It's Thanksgiving Day. Let's listen to Margaret O'Brien on Suspense.
Suspense. Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Starring tonight, Miss Margaret O'Brien in Anton Leader's production of The Screaming Woman. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I'm Margaret Leary, and I've got to tell you how it happened. It was Thanksgiving Day, and it was nice and sunshiny. Almost like summer, except cooler. Mama was cooking the turkey, and I was watching. And Mama said to me,
"Good heavens, I forgot. Your Aunt Cynthia's made some cranberry relish for us. Run over and get it, Margaret, so her feelings aren't hurt. And hurry. This turkey's done to a turn."
So I ran to Aunt Cynthia's, and on the way back I took a shortcut through Mr. Kelly's lot. It's a big lot, more like the side of a hill that slides down to Monument Creek. It's a swell place to play Indians and cowboys, or explorers or hunting for treasures, because trucks dump all kinds of stuff there. Loads of dirt and junk, and even big things like old cars and big pipes and chunks of concrete. Well, this day, coming back from Aunt Cynthia's, I saw that a lot of new junk and dirt had been dumped there since Saturday. They'd even covered up our swell big concrete pipe that us kids called our fort. Covered it clear up. I was looking around to see where it used to be when, all of a sudden, I stopped and listened. The sound was coming up out of the ground. A woman was buried under the junk and dirt and glass, and she was screaming all wild and horrible for somebody to dig her out. I started to run. I fell down and got up and ran some more. It was an awful, awful long way to our house that day. Mama! Mama!
Margaret?
Mama!
Oh, Margaret, haven't I told you not to slam the door? Is that the relish?
Listen, Mama. There's a screaming woman in the lot.
Wash your hands, Margaret.
She was screaming and screaming and screaming. Mama, listen to me. We've got to dig her out. She's buried under tons and tons of dirt.
I'm sure she can wait till after dinner. Oh, next year, I swear I'm going to buy a bigger platter.
Mama, don't you believe me? You've got to believe me.
Margaret, I've got a million things to do. Good gosh, look at you. How'd you get your knees so dirty?
Well, running back from the lot,
Never mind. Scoot and tell your dad we're about to eat. He's in the front room reading his paper.
Yes, Mama. Daddy! Oh, Daddy, I've got to tell you something.
Getting hungry, baby?
Daddy, there's a screaming woman in the lot.
Oh, I never knew a woman who didn't. Smell that turkey.
We've got to get picks and shovels and dig her up, like for an Egyptian mummy. Oh, Daddy!
I don't feel much like an archaeologist today, Margaret. I can't think of anything but food. Let's have an expedition next Sunday and dig her up.
But we can't wait that long. Oh, Daddy, she'll die if we don't do it now. I'll give you some money.
Oh, so it's a business proposition. Well, how much do you pay by the hour?
I've got $5 whole. It took me a year to save.
Come here, Puss. You know I'm touched.
Oh, but Daddy,
You want me to play with you, and you're willing to pay me for my
but-
time. Why, dear, you're shaking. Calm down.
Oh, Daddy, please.
After our Thanksgiving dinner, I'll come out and listen to your screaming
Oh, but-
woman. How's that?
Oh, no, now, Daddy. Maybe she'll die if you don't come out now. Oh, you've got to come now.
Margaret.
If you believe me, you wouldn't wait. You never believe me. Mama doesn't believe me. Nobody believes me.
Quiet down right this minute.
Oh,
or I not only won't go with you, but you'll go to your room and stay in without your Thanksgiving dinner. Now, is that clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear. always liked Thanksgiving, almost next best to Christmas. But that was an awful one. Dinner was a million years long. Everybody moved so slow, like a slow-motion movie. Forks and knives and spoons moved slow, and Dad's cheek muscles moved slow when he chewed. I'll try to make things faster.
Margaret, you heard your mother now. Don't eat so fast.
But, Daddy, the screaming woman, we've got to hurry.
My dear young lady, this is Thanksgiving dinner, an occasion when we do not hurry. No, I intend to eat 4 or 5 helpings of everything until I can't eat any more. And I'm going to make an extra effort and find room for pumpkin pie, a few walnuts, and stuffed dates.
Oh, please, please,
Now,
Daddy.
if you pester me any more, if you mention her again, this screaming what's this, I won't go out with you to hear a recital at all. That understood?
Yes, sir. It's understood. I wanted to yell, oh, please, rush, get up, run around, come on, hurry. But I had to sit still, while out there in the lot with the sun shining down, all alone with nobody to hear or to help her, was the screaming woman. I could hear in my mind, screaming. Mom and Daddy couldn't hear. They just kept on eating and talking.
Well, now that I can be thankful for a full stomach, I guess we should consider what other things we have to be thankful for,
Well, we're all healthy. Prices are sky high, but we're not in debt. Yet.
Those are mundane things, my dear. I'm thankful for my big daughter. Right, Puss?
Yes, Dad.
And for my loving wife, who is still the most romantic woman I know.
Oh, silly.
I'm thankful I didn't marry somebody else.
You nearly married Dora Lampell. Even gave her a ring.
No, I never meant anything. No one... No. You're the only one who's been the serious competitor since we were all kids.
Oh.
There's only one. One
Who?
other. Helen Nesbit.
Oh.
Yeah, Helen was my first love. When she was about as old as Margaret, I gave her a present one Christmas, and she gave me one. I still have it.
Oh, that paperweight on your desk.
Funny how we hang on to things that were important when we were kids.
Daddy.
Just a little longer, boys. Warm up my coffee, will you, dear?
You know what I'm thankful for, dear? Seriously. That we stayed here in this same town where we grew up. Here you are, dear.
Thank you.
The same friends. Even the same street. It's been a peaceful life. Not very exciting, but...
Daddy.
Margaret finds it pretty exciting.
Yes, you better take her out to the lot before she collapses.
All right, now, where is your screaming woman? Lead me to her.
Over here, where our fort used to be.
Fort.
The big concrete pipe. It's all covered up now.
Kelly's really getting this lot filled in. All right, where's the lady?
Right about here, Daddy. Listen.
Don't hear a thing, except the wind. Better button up your sweater, Puss.
Shh. Listen.
Well, that's the trolley over on Aspen Street.
Hey there, screaming woman. Hey!
Looks like the Dolans are starting out for a drive. Well, I guess your screaming woman's let you down, Puss.
But she was here, Daddy. Right under here where they dumped all this dirt. I heard her screaming and screaming, like she was underneath the fort. Somebody's dumped tons and tons right on top of our fort.
Yeah, too bad they buried your fort, Margaret. I saw 2 of Kelly's big trucks backed in here last evening. There was a dump truck in here this morning, too.
It isn't because they covered the fort.
It must be your screaming woman doesn't like grown-ups. Only delivers her solo for kids, I guess.
Maybe she can't scream anymore.
Well, I'm going back and take a nap. Let my dinner settle.
Well, aren't you going to help me dig?
Now, listen, my dear. Don't you think this is a sort of a silly game?
But it's not a game.
Now, don't stay too long, dear. Mama probably likes some help with those dishes.
Daddy! Daddy! I know I heard her scream. I know it. Oh, darn, darn, darn! You're there. You're still there. Hey, screaming woman! Oh, why did you scream before? Why didn't you scream so Daddy could hear you? Don't just scream for me. I can't help you all by myself. to scream. You've got to come back.
Oh, there now. Come here. Let me feel your head.
Please, Dad.
Why, you've got a fever. You're going to lie down, young lady.
We can't leave it down there, Dad. We just
Come
can't.
on along. Come on into your room. That's right.
It's awful, Dad. It's awful for her to be screaming and nobody listening.
Now,
Nobody
you
caring.
lie down, Post. Lie down now. Come on.
She'll choke where there isn't any more air and she'll die.
Now, you're going to lie down the rest of the afternoon before you make yourself sick.
No, I've got to dig. I've got to dig her up.
It's all those comic books you read. Now, I forbid you to leave the house. Close your eyes now and take a nap. That's my good girl.
Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
For suspense, Autolite is bringing you Miss Margaret O'Brien in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Hello? I have a hunch you're going to give me another Autolite Stay Full Battery Thanksgiving song.
No, not me, Hap.
No?
No, sirree. By Cornelius, I'm going to tell a Thanksgiving story. It's a fable.
Couldn't be anything else if you told it.
Now, listen to this, my trigger-tongue trooper. Last year at this time, my car called me out to the garage.
What?
Quite a car, too, Hap. Once a year, she overhauls me.
Wow, and on Thanksgiving Day, too.
Harlow, she said, I have an empty feeling, and I'm so confounded thirsty all the time, I think you ought to do something about it. I'd like to end up Thanksgiving Day with that fine, full feeling that lulls you to sleep as soon as the mince pie disappears. Well, how, my pretty, says I, can all this be accomplished? Easy, she chimes. I need to switch to an Autolite Stay Full battery. Why, with an Autolite Stay Full battery, I'll never be thirsty, and if you use me normally, I'll need only 3 drinks a year. And what's more, with the oversized electrical capacity and fiberglass insulation of that Autolite Stay Full battery, I'll have more power, stay lively longer, and save you time, trouble, work, and worry. And Harlow, for a fellow as lazy as you are, think what all this means. Well, when she came up with all those points in my favor, I hurried, I hastened, I hurtled till I was exhausted. And by Christopher, I got an Autolite Stay Full battery and gave it to Clarissa. I call my car Clarissa. Thanksgiving morning. We took a spin, and I could tell she was happier than a penguin with skis.
It sounds like Harlow in Wonderland. Well, now, let's get back to Margaret O'Brien and the Screaming Woman.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Miss Margaret O'Brien as Margaret in The Screaming Woman. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
After a while, I stopped crying. I had to get back to the lot where that woman was screaming, but I was locked in. I tied a sheet to the bed and let it out the window and shinnied down to the ground. Then I ran to the garage and got shovels and ran to the empty lot. The sun was almost down and it was getting cold. I started to dig fast.
Hiya, Maggie.
It was Dippy Smith, who was 10 years old, the same as me. He goes to my school.
What you digging for?
For a screaming woman. She's down in the ground and I'm going to dig her up. You can help me dig, Dippy. There's an extra shovel.
I don't hear nothing. And I don't dig unless I hear a scream.
Then listen.
I don't hear nothing.
Just wait. You will. There. Did you hear it?
Hey, that's okay. Do it again.
Do what again?
Scream. Do it again. Go on. I'll give you this Aggie if you teach me to do it. Hot dog, did you get that ventriloquist book for a dime from that magic company? You got one of those tin things in your mouth?
I won't tell unless you help me dig.
Okay, swell. Give me the shovel. Hot dog.
And you got to dig fast. Like this, Dippy.
Boy, you'd think she was right under our feet. You're wonderful, Maggie. Say, what's the screaming woman's name? You must have made her up a name.
Oh, sure. Her name is Wilma Schwager, and she's a rich old lady, 160 years old. And she was buried by a crook named Spike. Come on, Dippy, dig. stop, Dippy.
Oh, I'm tired. I think I'll go home.
Dippy, stop. You can't. There really is a woman buried here.
Well, sure. You said so, Maggie.
Oh, don't you believe me? I wasn't throwing my voice. Come back, Dippy.
Okay, but I'm getting tired of digging.
Now, look, Dippy. I'll go way over here, and then you listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Hey, there really is a woman here.
That's what I told you.
Well, come on, let's dig. How's she breathing, do you think?
I think she's in the fort. Remember?
Sure. That's where she must be. 5 or 6 of us kids could get in it so it's big enough. I sure hope it isn't just a radio or something.
Well, a radio would be nice, too.
Here. What do you kids think you're doing?
Oh,
hello, Mr. Kelly.
I'm tired of chasing you out of this lot. If one of you gets hurted, maybe your folks would sue me.
But, Mr. Kelly, there's a woman screaming.
You kids beat it, do you hear?
yes, sir.
But listen, Mr. Kelly, don't you hear her? There.
I don't hear a thing, and neither do you. Now beat it.
Come on, Maggie.
Mr. Kelly, somebody's got to dig her up.
Don't argue with me or I'll phone your folks. This is my property. Do I have to put up a fence? Why should I spend money to keep people off my own property?
Dippy, it's him. He's the one.
Huh?
He murdered Mrs. Kelly. He hit her on the head and stuck her in the fort and dumped loads of dirt on top. But she wasn't dead. She came to. Why, you saw him. He stood right there when she screamed and wouldn't pay any attention.
Hey, that's right. He stood right there and lied to us. What'll we do, Maggie?
There's only one thing to do. We'll phone the police and tell them to come and arrest Mr. Kelly.
Hey, they sure got here fast, Maggie.
Shh! Don't make a sound.
Is Mr. Kelly in the house?
Yes, he went right home from the lot.
Yes, officer.
You, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Is Mrs. Kelly at home this evening?
Why, sure.
Can I see her, sir?
Why, sure. Hey, Anna. What's up?
We got a call. Oh, good evening, ma'am.
What is it?
Oh,
I'm sorry, folks. We got a call that Mrs. Kelly was buried alive in an empty lot. Sounded like some kid calling, but we had to make sure. We always check, you know.
Why, I can't understand.
It's
what
those
you-
blasted kids. If I ever catch them, I'll break their necks.
Maggie, cheese it.
Boy, if Mr. Kelly telephones my dad, I'll get a licking.
What'll we do about the screaming woman?
What the heck with her? I'm not going near that lot again.
Wait, Dippy.
Huh?
I know why he didn't hear the screams. Kelly's sort of deaf. Mama says he's hard of hearing.
He heard us, didn't he? He heard the cop.
He reads people's lips, but he couldn't hear the screaming woman because he couldn't see her. Dippy, come on. We gotta dig some more.
No, sir.
But we've got to.
We're already in a peck of trouble over your darn old ventriloquist voice. I'm not going to get in any more trouble. No, sir.
And he went off and left me alone. I wanted to crawl down under the ground with the screaming woman and die, too. It was dark now, and Dad would be hunting for me. If he found me, I'd get a licking and be put to bed. And then nobody would help the screaming woman at all. There was only one last thing to do. So I did it. To go all over the neighborhood from house to house and find out who's missing.
Why, hello, dear.
Hello, Mrs. Griswold. Is anybody missing from your house? Is your sister from Detroit still here?
Yes, she's sitting right over there by the radio. Don't you see her? Little Margaret Leary wants...
No, I only wanted to see her, Mrs. Griswold. I was just wondering. I just wanted to know if she was here. Hello, Mrs. Pikes. You're looking good. I'm glad to see you're at home, Mrs. Pikes. I'm awful glad. Mr. Hyde, is your wife still here?
Dora, aren't you out pretty late, Margaret?
Yes. Oh, hello, Mrs. Hyde.
What is it, Margaret?
I just wanted to see you, Mrs. Hyde. That's all. The hours were just rolling along, and I rang bells and knocked, and I rang bells. I was about to give up when I came to the Nesbit's house. The house was quiet, like nobody was at home, but I saw a dim, spooky light inside somewhere. So I just kept knocking and knocking. Oh,
What do you want?
nothing, Mr. Nesbit. I only wanted to see Mrs. Nesbit.
She's not here. She's gone to the store.
At night? Besides, it's closed today, I think.
The drugstore down on Clark Street.
Oh, well, then she ought to be back pretty quick. I'll come in and wait.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'll just sit down here and wait. I sure like this rocking chair. Go right ahead and do whatever you were doing, Mr. Nesbit.
I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, looks like you were packing or something, with all those boxes and trunks around. Going away?
No, Helen's been sorting things out, getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Oh, burning it up in the fireplace.
Yeah, that's right.
Dad always burns our junk out in the alley. Clothes smell awful when they burn.
Look, kid, Helen may have gone on from the store to visit a friend.
Well, if she doesn't come back soon, I'll leave.
Yeah, I'll tell her you were here. What do you want to see her about?
Oh, nothing much. Hey, that's too bad.
What?
I guess you lost the key to that box. You had to break the lock.
No, it was broken already. Yeah, I bet your folks don't know where you are, kid.
No, sir. They think I'm in bed. What friend did Mrs. Nesbit go to visit?
Oh, I don't know what... I mean, hey, look, kid, I ought to tell you, she won't be back tonight.
Oh?
No. She went to the store, like I said, but she was going from there over to Beechwood to visit her mother. On a bus. She'll be gone 2 or 3 days.
Oh, that's a shame.
Why?
Well, Mama was expecting Mrs. Nesbit to come over tomorrow. Maybe to sell.
Hey, you better not tell your mother. You see, it's kind of secret about Helen going away. She doesn't want people to know for a while.
Oh.
You know how to keep a secret, kid?
I guess so.
I'll give you something for not telling. I'll give you a reward. Let's see. Hey, here's something for a kid. A doll.
A doll?
Yeah. Helen was going to give it to you. I heard her say when she was sorting the stuff. She said, I'll give this to the little Leary girl.
Mrs. Nesbit always calls me Margaret.
Well, sure, that's what she said. Margaret. That's quite a doll. Old-fashioned. It's made of leather. Face is china or something, see?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mr. Nesbit.
It's a reward for not saying anything about Helen being gone. Understand? Now, come on. I'll snap on the porch light.
Mr. Nesbit, did you finish your driveway?
What do you mean?
Did you get all the dirt hauled off to make it smooth?
Sure. Now, come on.
I saw your dump truck in the lot this morning and...
What do you mean? Were you in the lot this morning?
No, I was at home. I looked out the window. Please, Mr. Nesbit, let go of my arm.
You've been playing out there today? Answer me.
Oh, don't. That hurts. I wasn't playing. It's no fun now with our fort all covered up.
The fort? What's that?
Nothing, Mr. Nesbit.
Tell me what you're talking about.
Nothing but that old concrete pipe.
You know something. That's why you came here. You've been snooping around that lot and you found out something. What do you know?
I don't know anything. Let me go, Mr. Nesbit. If you don't let me go, I'll...
Ow!
There!
Come back! Hey, come back, kid. I'll give you something else. I'll give you something else. Come back, kid. Come back.
Mr. Nesbit yelled because I kicked and bit his hand. Then I ran, but I heard him running after me. It was dark and quiet and scary on the streets, and more scary out there in the lot. I ran straight across the place where I heard the screaming, and it was so quiet. And all of a sudden, there was a man in the lot, right in front of me.
Stop, Margaret.
Oh.
Margaret?
Oh, Daddy.
Margaret, where have you been? Do you have any idea how your mama's worried? Do you know how late it is?
Daddy, he's after me.
We've been
Mr.
up
Nesbit.
and down alleys and clear down to Clark Street. I was about to call the police.
The screaming woman. It's Mrs. Nesbit down there.
I'm going to give you a good licking.
Mr. Nesbit killed her, and now he wants to kill me.
I've had all of that idiotic talk I can stand.
It's true. You've got to believe
Margaret,
me.
I'm going to lick you right now, right here. I've had enough of... What have you got there? Where did you get that doll?
Why, I gave it to Leary. Kid stopped by the house. I remembered Helen said she wanted to throw it away.
Helen said to throw it away?
He's lying, Dad. He gave it to me so I wouldn't tell about her. It was locked up in a box. He didn't have the key. He broke it open.
She's a high-strung kid, Leary. all the stuff she was telling me.
He's lying, Dad.
Yes, he is lying. Why are you lying, Charlie?
Lying? Hey, how do you get that, Leary?
Helen never let you have that doll. It was locked up. It was a present I gave her a long time ago. She wouldn't throw it away anymore, and I'd throw away the paperweight she gave me. Why are you lying, Charlie?
I'm not. Don't look at me that way, Leary. As God is my witness, I...
It's her. Dad, it's the screaming woman.
As God is your witness.
Leary, don't! No!
Margaret, run to the house. Phone the police and tell them to hurry. Tell them we've got to dig.
Hello?
Hi, Dippy. Everything's fine. Everything's worked out clean. The screaming woman isn't screaming anymore. And they've got a lot of people down there digging her up.
Hey, that's swell. Hot dog.
And you know what else, Dippy? They're going to uncover our fort again. Oh, Dippy, wasn't it a keen Thanksgiving?
Thank you, Margaret O'Brien, for a splendid performance. Miss O'Brien will return in just a moment.
I know that Autolite Stay Full Battery fable wasn't bad, coming from a fairly fabulous fibber.
Ah, but you haven't heard all of it, Hap. Why, by Cornelius, Clarissa, that's my car, spoke to me again this morning. Thanks to you, she said, and that Autolite Stay Full Battery, this has been the happiest year of my life. Why, even these cruel, cold mornings, I've got that Autolite pep, that Stay Full Battery, get up and go. Well, Clarissa, I says to my gas buggy, you're the queen of the May, the lass with the delicate air, and the pride of Wilcox Alley all in one. What do you want now, my Thanksgiving precious? And she says, just to go to sleep out in the garage once again. Why, Harlow, you can even use my Autolite Stay Full Battery for a pillow. Happy slumber and good night, everybody.
And remember,
Autolite means batteries.
Stay Full Battery.
Autolite means spark plugs.
Ignition-engineered resistor spark plug.
Autolite means ignition systems.
The lifeline of your car.
And now here again is Miss Margaret O'Brien.
It's been just wonderful being on Suspense. And I hope you'll let me come back again sometime.
We will, Margaret. And now let me tell our listeners about next week. Claude Rains and Vincent Price in the famous mystery story, The Hands of Mr. Ottermole. Another gripping study in suspense.
Margaret O'Brien appeared by arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of the Technicolor picture The Three Musketeers, starring Lana Turner, Gene Kelly, and June Allison. Tonight's suspense play was by Ray Bradbury, adapted for radio by Sylvia Richards, with music composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Rosalind Russell, James Cagney, Ronald Coleman, William Bendix, and many others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. And next Thursday, same time, hear Claude Rains and Vincent Price in The Hands of Mr. Ottermole.
This is the Autolite Suspense Show signing off. Good night. Switch to Autolite.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Hello there. Here's an early Christmas gift for you from wonderful Ivory Snow. You can get these 2 snowball Christmas tree ornaments without paying a penny for them. That's right, a gift from Ivory Snow. Aren't they great? Lightweight, unbreakable, made of sparkling white plastic foam with red and blue trimmings. They'll brighten up your tree for many a Christmas to come. And you know, They're yours for free. Now, here's what you do. Buy from your dealer the special Ivory Snow boxes with the free offer explained here and this certificate box top. Then, send in 1 box top from a special giant size box or 2 box tops from the special regular size box. And you'll receive these bright and cheerful ornaments in plenty of time for Christmas. The supply of these special Ivory Snow boxes is limited, though, so don't delay. The address is right on the box tops. Mail yours now.
Butterball presents
The spirits of the first turkey lovers.
Dost thou smell turkey?
Oh, 'tis beautiful.
Thou cannot judge turkey by the beauty of its skin.
Indeed, it could be dry.
But this is the Butterball turkey. Always plump and juicy because it's deep basted where hand basting can't reach.
Look how juicy. Thou never served so juicy a bird.
Thou never brought home a butterball.
Butterball from Swift. 'Tis truly plump and juicy.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
America shops at Radio Shack for everything in radios. Radios for wake-ups, sit-ups, weathercasts, newscasts, CBers, CDers, shortwavers, space savers, stereo mates, playmates, radios that are wettable, petable, and simply unforgettable.
Tune in to hundreds of Christmas gift ideas from the leader in radio technology since 1921. A radio for every purpose at every price at Radio Shack, the technology store.
Costello program brought to you by Camel, the cigarette that's first in the service according to actual sales records. See if your throat and your taste don't make Camel a first with you, too. Find out for yourself. Listen to the great rhythms of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the swingy singing of Connie Haynes. And that great statesman from the Dumbarton Oaks Conference who said,
Costello, come here a minute. Come here, will you please? What's all the excitement about? What are you so happy about?
Oh, look at it.
What?
I just got a letter from my cousin, Corporal Hugo Costello.
Yeah?
He's away over in Africa, and he says all the soldiers in his company are going to have a white Christmas.
Why, you dummy, it's very hot in Africa. How could the soldiers have a white Christmas?
Their cook is going to bleach the beans.
Costello, it's about time you were thinking of Christmas. Do you realize there are only 8 shopping days left? You know, I just bought 100 Christmas seals.
100 Christmas seals?
Sure.
For goodness sakes, how are you going to feed them?
Look, Costello, are you going to make much out of Christmas this year?
Am I what?
Are you going to make much out of Christmas this year?
I can't tell until I sell the presents I get.
Sell your presents?
Oh, sure, Rabbit, sure.
What are you talking about?
I even sold that electric bed warmer you gave me last year. That was no good.
Electric bed warmer? That was an electric toaster.
An electric toaster?
Certainly.
No wonder it kept turning me over and throwing me out of bed.
Well, Costello, I hope you're getting a present from my wife, Betty, this year. You know, and I'll give you a little tip.
Go ahead.
What she really needs is a new girdle.
A what?
A girdle. Don't you know what a girdle is?
Oh, sure. A girdle. It's one of those...
Well, what is it?
You got to have it when
Yes. What
if
is
you
it?
don't, you sort of got
Yes, that I know. Come on.
You got to...
What is it?
It's one of those things that keeps an unhappy situation from spreading.
Look, what about your own family, Costello? What are you going to give your kid brother Sebastian?
Oh, him? Nothing.
What do you mean?
I gave him something last year. He didn't like it.
Then what did you give him?
The measles. And did he use a rash word?
Oh, talk sense, please.
Listen, this year, Abbott, you know what I'm going to do?
No, I don't know.
I'm going to spend all my money on that beautiful girl who lives next door to me. Ruby Poolcue.
Wait a minute. Ruby Poolcue?
She's beautiful.
Why, she isn't beautiful.
She is.
She's got the worst complexion I ever saw.
Well, she can't help that, Abbott. I mean, she got her face caught in a waffle iron. Now she has to pour her makeup on with a syrup pitcher.
Look, what are you going to buy for Ruby?
I'm going to buy her a piano.
A piano? What kind of a piano? Maple, walnut, or cherry?
Well, I'm going to get her one of those kind
What kind?
What did you say?
I said maple, walnut, or cherry.
Maple walnut. Do you realize what you just said?
Well, what's wrong?
Shame on
Now,
Abbott!
wait a minute.
Shame on Bud Abbott!
Well, wait a
what
minute.
you said?
Now, take it easy.
In front of 10 miles, our announcer.
No.
Shame on Bud
Now, wait a minute, Lou. All right, all I said was maple, walnut, or cherry.
There you go again. I'm glad I found you out, Abbott.
What do you mean? Now, what do you mean?
You're a spy from the Jello program.
Now, please.
A maple, a walnut, or cherry.
Now, look, wait a minute, look. I simply asked you the kind of wood.
Oh, wood.
Yeah.
Well, I know about the wood. What do you think I am, a woodpecker?
No, certainly
you
not.
think I go around tasting pianos?
Did I ask you that?
You think every time I see a piano, I bite it to see what flavor it is?
Look, Costello, they make pianos out of different kinds of wood. My mother-in-law's piano is maple, so she has a genuine bird's eye.
I know that. And she's got an eagle beak to go with it.
Look, never mind my mother-in-law. Now, you've got a lot of nerve spending your money on Ruby, a girl you hardly know. You never thought to ask me if I needed money for my Christmas shopping.
Do you need money, Abbott?
Oh, well, now that you brought it up...
now that I brought it up.
Well, yes, you didn't you just ask me if I needed money?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen what loose talk can do when it reaches the enemy's ears.
Wait a minute.
A slip of the lip can sink a ship.
Now, wait.
And I have just been scuttled myself.
Now, look. Look, Costello, all I need is $50.
$50?
Yes. Now, look, if you lend me $50, what security would you want?
A padlock, a pair of handcuffs, and a watchdog.
No.
And put your mama in a dungeon for security.
Now, look.
With your father.
Well, now, listen. The only security I can give you is the word of an honest man.
Okay, bring him around. I'll see what I can do for you.
Look, Costello, you and I are pals. And to show you how much I like you, I'm going to let you lend me the $50.
But, Abbott, all I got in my Christmas piggy bank is $40.
Well, all right. Give me the $40 and you can owe me the $10.
Okay, here's the $40.
Okay.
Now I owe you $10.
That's right.
Who owes who $10?
Now, wait a minute. Just a minute. Wait. How much did I ask you for?
You asked me for $50.
And how much did you give me?
I gave you all I had, $40.
So you owe me $10.
Well, that's right.
Well, why argue?
Who's kicking?
All right,
after
all right, let it go at that. All right.
You owe me $40.
Costello, I don't like the way you're hedging on me.
And I don't like the way you're clipping my head.
Come on, please, take it easy.
Give me back my $40.
Oh, okay, if that's the way you feel. I don't want to do business with a man like you. Here's your $40.
Well, that's more like it.
Now give me the 10 you owe me.
Okay, here's the 10.
All right.
I'm paying you on account.
On account?
On account, I don't know how come I owe it to you.
Believe me, this is the last time I'll ever ask you for the loan of $50, Costello.
Abbott, look.
No, never mind.
How can I lend you $50 now? I only had $40 to start with.
Oh.
Now I only got $30.
Okay, if it'll make you happy, I'll do you a favor. Give me the $30 and you can owe me 20.
This is getting worse all the time.
Now, wait a minute. Now, what's the matter?
First I owed you 10, now I owe you 20. What kind of racket is that?
Well, why do you let yourself run into debt?
I didn't run into it. You pushed me. Abbott, did you ever hear the story of the 40 thieves?
Well, yes.
What became of the other 39?
Costello,
Are you the guy that says open, says to me?
Now, listen, I'm surprised at you.
I ad-libbed that. It's no good.
Costello, I'm surprised. Please. Why, I'm just like Santa Claus.
You're better than Santa Claus.
You bet I am.
You can give me a sleigh ride without any reindeer.
Oh, please.
You know, it's never very easy to get serious after an hilarious to-do with Bud and Lou. But your choice of a cigarette is so important to your throat and your taste that I want to take this moment to urge you to try Camels on your T-zone. That's T for throat and T for taste. See how your throat reacts to Camel's cool mildness. See how your taste enjoys the rich, full flavor of Camel's magnificent blend of costlier tobaccos. You may find that your throat and your taste, your T-zone, proclaim Camel your own personal cigarette.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camels, the cigarette of costlier tobaccos. Here's lovely Connie Haynes with her Christmas Shopper Special. So grab your bundles, everybody, and let's all take a ride on the trot.
With my high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour upon the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheel. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. And as if it were planned, he stayed on with me. And it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine to the end of the
All right, Costello, come on. Let's go downtown do our Christmas shopping. Here comes the streetcar.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley.
All right.
A ding, a ding, a ding went the
Costello, come here. You want to get hit? Get out of there. Come over here. Stand here in the safety zone.
You know what?
In the safety zone. Don't you know why those safety zones are here?
Sure. If you get hit inside the white lines, it don't count.
Oh. Be quiet, please. Here's the trolley now.
Hey, Abbott.
What?
Look at the crowd on that streetcar.
Never mind. Go on. Shove your way in.
Oh, young man, you can't squeeze in here.
Okay, babe. Let's wait till we get off. You got your one line. Get your dough and get...
Hey, you fat boy. Come on, drop your fare in a box. Here's the fare, conductor, and give us 2 transfers.
You won't need transfers. No? Then how are we going to ride on the next car without a transfer?
Just tell the next conductor that Orville sent you.
Uh-oh. That guy's off his trolley.
Oh, come on, Costello. Let's step back in the car and find a seat. Hey, look out for that man with that umbrella. Oh, my goodness, what happened?
Somebody just took my seat.
Say, you little short fat man, can't you reach that strap?
I think so.
Then would you mind letting go of my garter?
They shouldn't let these tall people on streetcars. You shouldn't bring me on these crowded streetcars, Abbott. My Uncle Artie Stebbins got his eye hurt in this crowded streetcar.
Got his eye hurt?
Yep. He had his eye on a seat, and the fat lady came along and sat on it.
Yeah. All right, look, stop this nonsense. Here, the car's stopping. Here, let's get off. We're far enough downtown anyway. Okay, come on, get off.
Okay, don't push.
I'm not pushing. Get off.
Hey, Abbott, look.
What?
There's a pet shop. I think I'll go in and get my mother a squirrel for Christmas. She needs a squirrel to help her do housework.
Oh, how could a squirrel help her with the housework?
Well, she can tie his tail up and let him run between the Venetian blinds.
Don't be silly. Let's go in here to Bingle's department store.
Hey, Abbott.
What?
Look who's standing there with a carnation in his buttonhole.
Hey, it's your kid brother, Sebastian. Come here, Sebastian. What are you doing in Bingle's department store?
I'm a handyman, Uncle Bud, and today I'm working as a floor walker.
How can you be a floor walker? You're too little.
Well, they need a little guy like me. You see, when the people block up the aisles, I bite them on the leg and keep moving.
Costello, your kid brother has no business in this store. He should be in school.
I ain't going to go to school no more, Uncle Bud. School is nothing but a racket.
School is a racket?
Yep. The kids do all the work, and the teachers get paid for it. Anyway, I had a fight with my teacher.
A fight?
Yeah, this morning I held up my hand, and the teacher said, Sebastian, do you want to leave the room?
And what did you say?
I said, you don't think I'm standing here hitchhiking, do you?
Now, look. Sebastian.
She let me go!
All right. I can imagine. Listen, Sebastian. Now, if you don't go back to school, I'm not going to give you this beautiful animal picture book for Christmas.
Oh,
now.
but let me see
No.
the animals. Oh, isn't that a pretty nice book?
Isn't it pretty?
What's the name of this animal over here, Uncle Bud?
Oh, you should know the name of that animal, Sebastian. Just look at that graceful body, the slim legs, and the long antlers. And...
I don't seem to recognize it.
Oh, come, Sebastian. You know this animal's name. Here, I'll make it easy for you. What does your mother call your father?
Don't tell me that's a louse.
Look.
Pancho Grande. As a manager, I'm dandy. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Quetzal, don't tell me you're the manager of Bingle's department store.
That I am, my little man. I'm in full charge of the dry goods department.
How about sundries?
Sundays is my day off. Well, gentlemen, what can I do for you? Here I got some delicious pajamas for only $30.
$30 for pajamas?
Yeah.
Look, Kitzel, here's $15. Just give me the top half. I'll send it to my Uncle Mike Burrell in Patterson.
Oh, Costello, you can't send just the tops of the pajamas.
Oh, sure I can. I'll put a card in it that says, Merry Christmas from the waist up.
Look, Costello, you've only got $40. And remember, you wanted to buy an easy chair for your father.
Woohoo, and I've got just the easy chair you're looking at. That's a genuine mohair. The seat is covered with mohair, the back is covered with mohair, and it's got a footstool also covered with mohair.
Everything is covered with mohair.
Yeah.
I'll bet Mo hasn't got a hair left in his head.
Mo hasn't got a... That's a slick one.
So is Mo's head.
Look, Costello, how about that piano you wanted to buy for your girlfriend, Ruby?
Oh, now you're talking my language. You know, I'm the head fish in the piano department.
The head fish?
Yeah, I'm a piano tuner.
All right. I won't hit you, don't worry.
You know, today I got a special on a slightly used player piano with 3 dozen piano rolls.
Oh, I bought a bunch of those music rolls last week. And I papered my bedroom walls with them. And boy, were they noisy.
Noisy?
Yeah, every time I sneezed, the walls played, Milkman, keep those bottles quiet.
Headlines on front pages, cartoons in the magazines, photographs in the picture publications, all saying the same thing, cigarette shortage. Well, no need to tell you how many cigarettes are going overseas and how much more the people on the home front are smoking these days. And so it's inescapable that sometimes your dealer has to say, no Camels today. But remember this, paste it in your hat and write it in your notebook, Camel's rich, full flavor and cool mildness make them worth asking for the very next time you buy cigarettes. War or peace, Camel is still Camel.
C-A-M-E-L.
Camels, the cigarette of costlier tobaccos. While Abbott and Costello are shopping for an old-fashioned Christmas, Freddie Rich plays an old-fashioned song, Whispering.
Costello, please, do you realize we've been walking around the store for over 3 hours and you haven't bought a thing?
I can't help it. I can't find a piano I like, and I don't know what else to give my girl.
Well, why don't you buy Miss Poolcue a diamond ring and get it over
I
with?
can't. I bought her a beautiful diamond ring last year. It was a beautiful 12-carat stone.
Yeah?
What a sparkler. It scares me every time she wears it.
Are you afraid she'll lose it?
No, but if she ever drops it, she'll have 7 years bad luck.
Look, don't be silly, Costello. Say, have you noticed how bright and happy and cheerful all the shoppers are?
They should be.
Have you noticed all that?
It's swell. Look at that gaiety.
Yeah.
They're all full of the spirit of Yuletide.
Yeah, the Yuletide is all... Yuletide! Yuletide?
Yuletide.
You mean Yuletide.
Yuletide what?
No. But speaking of mules, hey, here's the shoe department. Now, that gives me a very, very bright idea. Why don't you buy your girlfriend a pair of mules?
A pair of what?
What do you say to a pair of mules?
I say, whoa, or get out. I mean, if he's stubborn, I whip him.
Costello, look, I'm talking about
I
a
get
pair...
a jockey like Bailey, I put him on and whip him good.
All right, look,
get him in.
Will you listen to me, please? I'm talking about a pair of bedroom mules.
Oh, what?
Bedroom mules.
Bedroom mules?
Yes. My wife has all kinds of mules in her bedroom. Red mules, green mules. She even has a pair of checkered mules.
Abbott, did you see all these different colored mules with your own eyes?
Why, certainly Well, why not? I see them every night. In fact, I saw them this morning.
All the colored mules?
Every one of them.
Let me smell your breath.
There you are. Oh, behave. Look, you dummy. Doesn't your mother have mules in her bedroom?
No, my father's very particular.
Look. When your mother gets up in the morning, what does she put on her feet?
Corn plaster.
That's the... Oh, no. Please, Lo. She must have some kind of mules. Look, there are two kinds of mules, silk and felt.
Felt?
Yes. Hasn't your mother felt mules?
No, sir. She never touches any kind of animal.
Oh, come.
Especially when she's cooking.
No, look. Forget about the animals, please. Look, every woman likes mules. My wife uses a pair of mules to go around the house in.
What's the matter? Is she too lazy to walk?
No. Look, when she gets up in the morning, she always slips on her mule.
It's her own fault. Why don't she keep them out in the backyard?
Right, listen. My wife needs her mules to keep her feet warm.
You mean you all sleep in the same bed?
Sleep in the same bed? My wife keeps her mules under the bed.
For goodness sakes, don't the Board of Health complain?
Oh, look, let's skip the whole thing. Here I am trying to help you with your Christmas shopping, and what do I get? A lot of idiotic talk.
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen. Is there anything I can do for you? We carry a full line of cosmetics, rouge, powder, lipstick, face cream, and cleansing tissue.
Cleansing what?
Tissue.
Well, it seems kind of tilly, but if you want to kiss me, go ahead. You kiss me, and I'll kiss you.
Costello, this lady is trying to help you.
Yeah.
Now you stop talking like that.
No.
She's trying to help you.
That's what she's trying.
Yes, yeah.
No, she don't want to...
I have some lovely perfumes here. Take a whiff of this. It's called One Night in Paris.
One Night in Paris?
Yeah.
Take a whiff of this.
My goodness, what is that?
5 days at the racetrack.
Costello, look, let me handle this, please. Look, madam, my friend here is a little confused. He doesn't know what to get his girl for Christmas.
Oh, well, maybe I can help.
I wish you would, please.
Yeah. What kind of a complexion does your girlfriend have? Is she fair, dark, or medium?
She's speckled.
Speckled? Do you mean she has a complexion of an olive?
Yes, ma'am. Pits and all.
Well, from your description of the girl, I imagine she could use one of our facial kits.
One of your what?
The lady wants to sell you a kit.
What I want to buy a kit for? I'm going to get married and have kits of my own.
Oh, no. You see, you don't understand. This is a beauty kit with full instructions. All your girlfriend has to do is apply some of this lotion. Then she covers her face with the white of an egg, some sour cream, and a keg of yeast.
Oh, she did that once.
Yeah, what happened?
The next morning, she broke out in biscuits. Kiss you. Get the kisser on.
Never mind, quiet. Never mind, no remarks, Costello, please.
You silly boy, you tickle me.
Oh, here we go again. You tickle me first.
No.
Yeah, but you kiss her.
I will not, please.
Where did I leave off?
Costello, look, if you don't buy something pretty soon, I'm going to walk out and leave you.
Oh, now, just a moment, boys. Now, how about something...
I found it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I don't want you to get away now. How about something for the young lady's hair? Does she have a snood?
Certainly she's got a snood.
Yeah? Well, is it a long snood that hangs down her back?
No. It's a short snood that turns up at the end. She's a very snooty dame.
Costello, the lady is talking about your girlfriend's hairdo.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend's hairdo?
What's her hairdo?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It comes out when and she combs it.
No, Costello, we're trying to find out what does she do with her hair? Does she pile it on top of her head, or does she drop it down her neck?
She just hangs it in the closet.
No, you dummy. Some women wear buns in their hair, and some have rats.
Rats?
Yes. My mother had a rat in her hair for years.
That's no way to talk about your father.
Look, Costello, does Miss Poolcue wear her hair off her face?
No, it takes too long to wear it off. She has to pull it out with a tweet.
Costello, that's no way to talk about your girlfriend. That's slander.
Slander?
Yes. Don't you know what slander is?
Sure, slander.
Yes.
That's tall and skinny. And that has nothing to do with my girl. She's short and fat like me. Only I'm prettier than she is.
Say, you say your girl is short and fat.
Yes,
I've got just the Christmas present for her. Our special weight-reducing machine called the Melt Your Belt Away Fat Cabinet. There it is, standing right there.
Costello, that sounds good. How much does your girl weigh?
240 pounds with her girdle on.
Well, how much does she weigh with it off?
I don't know. She's never been able to get it off.
Well, now, this machine will take your girl's fat off. If you don't believe it, get into the machine and try it for yourself.
Now, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I don't think I want to get in
Go
there.
on, get in the machine.
Abbott, I said I don't want to
We'll
get in
find
there.
out if it works.
I won't get in
Go
there.
on, get in there. Get in there. There you are.
Now, that's a good boy. Now we'll turn on the machine, and you'll see how it melts the fat away in no time.
Costello, where are you? Speak to me. Costello, where are you?
I'm right here, Abbott.
But all I see is a little puddle of water.
Well, don't step in it. It's me.
Abbott and Costello will be back in just a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Sergeant Benjamin F. Lambeth of Asheboro, North Carolina, awarded the Silver Star for his gallantry in action in Italy. In one mission, he is credited with killing 25 Nazis, wounding 5 more, and scattering the rest in confusion. In your honor, Sergeant Lambeth, the makers of camels are sending to our fighters overseas 400,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the 3 Camel radio shows honors a Yank of the Week by sending free 400,000 Camel cigarettes overseas. A total of more than 1 million Camels sent free each week. In this country, the Camel caravans traveling from camp to camp have thanked audiences of more than 4 million Yanks with free shows and free Camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 3 times a week, a rebroadcast to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore, Monday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks, and next Thursday to Abbott and Costello. And now, here are Bud and Lou with the final word.
Well, Costello, you bought presents for everybody. I hope you're very, very happy.
Abbott, I could be a lot happier. Oh, if I was only a nurse.
A nurse?
That's right.
What would you do if you were a nurse?
You know, Abbott, I read in the paper today that there's an urgent need for more Army nurses.
Oh, yes, I know about that. And do you know, Lou, that any nurse who enters the Army Nurse Corps now will enter with the rank of second lieutenant, and there is ample opportunity for advancement.
You know, I hope that all the nurses that are listening in tonight will join the Army Nurse Corps and give their country the best Christmas present of all.
Yes, girls, write immediately to the Surgeon General, United States Army, Washington, D.C., or call at your nearest Red Cross chapter.
Good night, folks. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. And I hope Commander Holsel feels much better. Good night to everybody in Patterson.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show. And remember, try Camels on your throat and your taste. See for yourself how Camel's mildness, coolness, and flavor click with you.
Here's a Christmas gift that will bring the man who gets it a lot of pleasure long after Christmas is over. A generous pound or half-pound package of Prince Albert's smoking tobacco with the bright holiday band. Every time he packs and lights his favorite pipe with this favorite tobacco, he will think of your thoughtfulness. His taste will thank you for the full, rich, yet mild flavor. His tongue will thank you for Prince Albert's gentleness due to the no-bite treatment. Another thing men like about Prince Albert is the crimp cut, which guarantees perfect packing, smooth drawing, and even burning right down to the last puff. You really make a pipe smoker's Christmas merry when you give him Prince Albert tobacco. The Abbott and Costello Show for Camel Cigarettes will be back at this very same time next week. Don't miss it. This is Ken Niles in Hollywood, wishing you all a pleasant good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.